Alright, so it seems Sony finally came out and said, you know what, folks, you've been asking for it. We've been listening. We're going to cave in. We don't care about PSVR2. We don't want to work on PSVR2. We don't even want to support the damn thing. But yeah, I guess if we don't do something right now, you paid $600, well, 500 and something bucks for it, like I did stupidly. And well, I guess you might be a bit upset that we're not really releasing anything for it. At least anything from our first party catalog. Everything we are releasing pretty much can be gotten and played in a better way on the Quest 3. So what we're going to do, they said, is we're going to listen to you, show how consumer friendly we are, and actually push this thing onto PC. And as you can see here, the PlayStation VR2 PC adapter launches August 7, letting players expand their game library with thousands of Steam VR titles. Now, obviously, Steam VR is what they want, right? They pretty much they're going PC. Everything that they're talking about, their whole vision, even though they say PlayStation first, it is pushing towards that Steam first. It is. There's no denying it. They are very slow, but they are pushing in that direction, and it's inevitable they're going to arrive at the same place eventually. But at least for the time being, as we saw in State of the Play, everything barring one game is going PC. So, wait a minute. Okay, never mind. But anyway, so we have this over here. Now, you'd think that this is cool, right? And clearly what they're doing here is trying to say Half-Life Alyx. Now you've got a bunch of ponies out there that are jumping for joy saying Half-Life Alyx is coming to PS5, and they're pretty much as... I really don't know what to say. I mean, you've got a PC here running Half-Life Alyx using a PSVR2 headset. How they actually connected those dots to say that this is coming to the PS5 is beyond me. But you know what isn't confounding me? The fact that right now you are clicking that like button, hitting that subscribe, hitting that notification bell so you can stay up to date of all content I release. And now back to the show. I know, right? What a dirty way to do a shameless plug. But we come to the actual blog here, and it actually gets worse, right? It actually gets worse. So you thought, you've paid 500 and something quid for this, and as a VR headset, it's actually pretty decent on the PS5. The fact that it needs a PS5 to run is a bit annoying, but, it's comfortable to wear. I'll say that. And I enjoyed the little time I had on it because, there's just not much to play on there that I haven't already played on my Meta Quest. But they say, when the PSVR2 launched last year, we were thrilled to introduce PS5 players to a new generation of VR games, with innovative gameplay and immersive sensory features inspired by our passion to bring gamers even more content options. We've been working to enable access to additional games on PC, complementing diverse PSVR2 games lineup available on PS5. Today, we're happy to share that we'll be rolling out this support on August the 7th. So they're saying the PSVR2, with all its features, is coming to PC. Let's see. Players will have access to buy and play Steam's expansive library of thousands of VR games, including fan favorites like Half-Life Alyx, Fallout 4 VR, and War Thunder. Now, they're clearly linking to the Steam library, right? So this isn't for a PlayStation, this is for PC. So if you're here looking for that win for PlayStation, you're not going to find it. To start, players will need to purchase a PlayStation VR2 PC adapter, which will be available for an estimated retail price of $60, €60, and £50 as select retailers were available. Now, why can't they just plug it in via USB-C and power it that way? Literally no reason why they can't do this. The Meta Quest works exactly like that. In fact, the Meta Quest can actually work wirelessly through Airlink, so it's even more convenient. But why am I having to spend £50 more? And just so you're aware, players will also need a commercially available DisplayPort sold separately. So if you actually don't have a DisplayPort adapter, you're going to have to go buy one of those cables as well with a DisplayPort 1.4 as well as Steam account and a PC that meets the system's minimum requirements. So you have to pay £50 for the adapter, which there's absolutely no reason why it needs this. And then you have to go and buy a DisplayPort adapter. You know, at least include the DisplayPort cable with the damn thing, man. This is just... Here are the minimum requirements. An i5 7600, Ryzen 3 3100, Zen 2 or later architecture, 8GB of memory, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650. I mean, you're not going to run top of the range stuff. It's not going to run great. I mean, this is minimum specs here. You can see the Radeon 5500 XT. 65. For the best performance, we recommend you use an NVIDIA GeForce 3060 or later, or AMD Radeon 66 XT or later. DisplayPort must have a standard DisplayPort or mini DisplayPort output. I mean, if it has to have it, supply it. You're paying 50 quid for a box that literally a USB-C port could do. I get if they said, look, if your PC doesn't have a USB-C port, you're going to need this adapter to make it work. I can get that. But it blows my mind. But it actually gets worse, right? They're saying setup is easy. Simply connect the PSVR2 to your PC using the VR2 PC adapter and DisplayPort cable. Then download the PSVR2 app and CVR app from Steam. Oh no! You have to download more PlayStation stuff onto your machine. This will allow you to set up a PSVR2 on your PC, customize the settings. Okay, either way, I think that's fine. It's just to set it up, right? I don't think there's going to be anything else to it. As with all PC gaming technology, performance may vary depending on your PC setup. Obviously, those minimum requirements, you're going to have a bad time. So feature differences with PSVR2 is where we want to be. And this is why, this is a massive L, right? This is the biggest L you can get. PSVR2 was designed from the ground up specifically for PS5. So you'll notice that some key features like HDR, headset feedback, eye tracking, adaptive triggers, and haptic feedback other than Rumble are not available. Basically, every single feature that's available on the PSVR headset 2 is basically disabled. And I have heard that the IVR, which is a kind of custom-made app, actually has these enabled, and that's a free app. Now, I don't know when that's actually coming out for PC. It's homebrew, and if it might be out already. But if true, Sony essentially deliberately disabled features just so you can't use it, to try and say, well, here you go, here's a watered down version, we'll take that $50 off you, suck it, bitches. This is wrong. This is wrong. I mean, it does have an OLED display, which is nice, and it has 4K visuals, 110-degree view, finger touch detection and see-through view, as well as a foveated rendering. I don't know where you stand on the foveated and I think it's piveated, I think they call it. A lot of people prefer the other version. I can't remember if it's called piveated or not, but a lot of people prefer that version because apparently it just works better. So, I remember reading a lot of people really, really not happy in the VR scene with the foveated rendering. While the most immersive way to experience PSVR2 gaming remains on PS5, this just starts to sound deliberate, right? We hope players will enjoy the ability to play an expanded lineup of VR games on PC using the same headset. So to me, this is like, hey, you can play those games on there, but if you want to get the full experience, you come and buy it on our console where we don't have those games. This is crazy. I mean, this is a huge L. There was no need for this to exist. Like, literally no reason for this to exist at all. There is no reason. You can't get... and people are... the diehard people that are championing Concord right now are now championing this and defending this. You can't do that, man. You just cannot defend this. You can't. I'm sorry. This is bad. This is just another way of Sony nickel and diming, and I just don't see it. Like, why would I... if I was a PC user, why would I buy this over a MetaQuest 3? A MetaQuest 3 is wireless. It's better. It can play games via Airlink. Maybe this is more comfortable because it's lighter, but at the end of the day, this needs to be plugged in with a wire. The Meta Quest 3 can be used anywhere. I just can't see the reason, unless you actually have a PSVR2, like I do. I literally cannot see any reason for anyone to support this rather than the Meta Quest 3, which is cheaper. It is cheaper. Why would you support this over that? It makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. This is just, I don't know. This is a massive, massive L, Sony. A lot of people wanted this. You finally decided to do something that was really friendly and you botched it up. You pretty much slapped him in the face as hard as you possibly could and said, take our scraps, you filthy swine. And well, I think you're going to figure out real quick that a lot of people just are not going to fall in line with this strategy that you've got, where your arrogance is just showing everywhere. I actually am really disappointed in this, but it is what it is, and I'll try it out when it's available. If I can, I'm gonna wait for a cheap knockoff version of this on eBay or something. I'm not paying 50 quid for that. No way. My Meta Quest 2 or 2 right now is perfectly fine for gaming on PC. I'm not paying 50 quid for that. No way. No way, folks. Anyway, you let me know what you think in the comment section below. This is just... I'm actually lost for words. I actually don't know what to say to this. This is bad. Anyway, let me know in the description below what you think. Let's have a discussion. Like, subscribe, hit that bell to step the all content I release, and I'll see you in the next one.